On June 29, 2007, 6-year-old Abigail Taylor and her family met a couple of other families at the Minneapolis Golf Club for dinner. Afterwards, the kids went back into the pool for one last swim. Even though Abigail was only 6 years old, she already competed in local swim meets, and her passion for swimming is why her family didn't think anything of it when she began swimming in the kiddie pool. After swimming, the kids went to the showers to wash off, except Abigail, who was sitting in the kiddie pool. As she stood up to get out of the pool, it was clear to her family that something wasn't right. She walked sideways a couple of steps and then fell, hitting her head on the pool deck, knocking out her front tooth and falling into the adult swimming pool. The family, unaware of what just happened and no blood to be seen, thought she was suffering a seizure or some kind of sunstroke and contacted the EMS. The Hennepin County Medical Center EMS paramedics treated and transported Abigail to Children's Hospital in Minneapolis. It wasn't until then that the family learned what really happened. While Abigail was in the kiddie pool, she unknowingly sat on a poorly maintained pool drain. The powerful suction from the drain ripped part of her intestine from her body. Abigail's father, Scott Taylor, said a search of the pool filter turned up several feet of Abigail's intestine. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the pressure on some pool drains can be as strong as 300 pounds per square inch. Somehow, Abigail was still alive, and her family was hopeful for her recovery. Her initial recovery amazed everyone, and she was able to go back home. Eventually, she would need a transplant, but in the meantime, she got to live her life again. Time away from the hospital was relatively good, although Abigail often got looks because her skin looked very yellow from jaundice. On December 16th, the family got news they'd been waiting to hear. A transplant was available for Abigail. The family headed for Omaha, to the Nebraska Medical Center, where they expected Abigail would stay for the next 6 months. The day after arriving, the doctors began a triple transplant surgery. She received a new liver, small bowel, and pancreas. For the next couple of months, her road to recovery seemed normal. It was bumpy, but doctors already made the family aware that that was to be expected. To keep Abigail in high spirits, she spent time with her sisters, and they decorated the hospital room, gave her manicures, and painted her toenails. However, good days came fewer and farther between, and things just weren't getting better. Abigail developed post-transplant lymphoproliferative disease, a cancerous condition that is triggered by organ transplants. In addition to all the other complications she was facing, the doctors now had to put her on chemotherapy. In early March of 2008, her new organs began to fail. Her body was partially rejecting her new liver, and she needed kidney dialysis to remove excess fluid from her body. She had countless infections and 16 surgeries that included surgeries to drain fluid, surgeries to mend tissue tears, and surgeries to clean up her abdomen. On March 20th, 2008, 9 months after the incident, Abigail passed away peacefully with her family at her side. Abigail told her family to make sure this kind of injury never happens to another child before she passed away, and her family promised. And with that, this video is to further help spread awareness of what Abigail went through. The family created a foundation in honor of Abigail and to help fulfill their promise. I'll leave the website down in the description where you can learn more and donate if you'd like. As always, thank you for watching the video.